Hello everyone, today is the 5th of Iyar. That in a perfect world would have been Yom HaAtzmaut, but we're not living in a perfect world. And the state of Israel, I believe, in one of the most ingenious and beautiful decisions, and they're not many, but this one was, decided that in order to prevent Chilul Shabbos, in order to prevent the fact that Jews won't know that if the 5th of Iyar comes out on a Shabbos, you can't make a barbecue like you do on every Yom HaAtzmaut, decided to push off Yom HaAtzmaut to a weekday and play around with that date in order to prevent Chilul Shabbos. And therefore, if you go to Wikipedia and you look up Independence Day, you'll see that every country has an Independence Day. July 4th in America, July 1st in Canada, etc. Only the state of Israel, it says sometimes like this, sometimes like that. And all because of the concern of Chilul Shabbos. Therefore, today is the 5th of Iyar. It should have been Yom HaAtzmaut. It was pushed off because they didn't want the ceremonies of Yom HaZikaron to happen Saturday night with the concern of Chilul Shabbos. Do we say Tachanun today or not? Though my phone paskined against me, in my humble opinion, we don't. Because I believe that rabbis do have the ability to paskin that a day, midirabanan, could be pushed off. After all, the beginning of Masechet Megillah, it says explicitly, Megillah Nikreit, Yud Aleph, Yud Bet, Yud Gimel, Yud Dalet, Yud Vav. The Megillah could be pushed back in order to be read on different days because it is a day that's a rabbinic holiday, and the rabbis have that ability. More than that, if we're going to say that rabbis don't have that ability, the Torah, unfortunately, can come to an end. It's a stalemated Torah. It's a Torah that's like a mikvah, namely, it is totally immobile. The Torah has to be one that can adapt to every generation and to every nuance and to every changing circumstance. And if the circumstance today is such that Chilul Shabbos will happen because of Yom HaAtzmaut, then indeed the rabbis have to make a decision, and in my opinion, they made the right one. Therefore, if Yom HaZikaron comes out on Iyar, I believe that you should say Tachanun, and it's very appropriate for a day that's as loaded as this to say Tachanun, together with memorial prayers. And God willing, tomorrow, even though it's Vav Iyar, will be a day of celebration in honor of the state of Israel, despite everything that's happening. And I'll just add on what I've said many a times, and that is that ultimately, the Jewish people is a story of celebration intertwined with sadness, and sadness intertwined with celebration. And I believe this year, above all years, that's exactly what we're going to experience. From this perspective, in order for the Torah to be true to every generation, I believe today, even though it's Iyar, say Tachanun, and tomorrow, it's a day of Hallel without Tachanun.